complain.
No.
Well, I'll be glad when else is in school anyway.
Get away. Tired of her already.
No wants the pram, she does for another one.
Oh, for shame. This is enough for the moment.
Morning, girls.
Good afternoon, more like it. Late night last night?
Yes, trouble with noisy neighbours. Baby kept the whole village awake.
Hey, you want a shopping?
Na, dwi'n mynd i fe. Ar yr un dwi'n dweud Mrs Jones, chi'n mynd am y babi me. Lyflu ni gyfe. Fridges. Got a love letter for me then? No, nothing again today.
Here we are. Just you wait a minute, my pet, and everything will be all right. There we are. Let's pull the hood down. There we are. Lovely girl. Anything the matter? No, Elsie just woke up for a minute. She's okay now. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she? Reminds me of our Nell when she was little. Yes. There we are. Hello. Hello.
Anything want anything from the shop?
Not for me now, thanks, no.
Oh, I'm okay as well, thanks.
Okay, I'm off then.
So long.
So long. I'd better let her go ahead of me. Very independent, Harriet.
You know, I've hardly ever spoken to Mrs. Jenkins. But she asks how the baby is, and that's all.
Oh, she's always been the same, isn't she? And she's got worse since she buried Edward as well.
Well, what kind of man was Mr. Jenkins then? He died a few months before we moved to live here.
Oh, a lovely man, wasn't he? Hard worker, very good around the house. Kept her like a lady.
Well, she must be missing him a lot.
I don't know, as Pam here says, see? She's always been independent, hasn't she?
Oh, it's safe for me to go now.
Yes.
I don't know why, but I'm never very happy in a company.
No, me either. There we are, you see. She's never shown she wanted our company, has she?
Anyway, this'll never do.
No, you're right. The morning's gone.
Hello, Samaritans. Can I help you? Hello? Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh. My name's Alwyn.
Oh,
Are you feeling all right?
middling.
Only middling?
Yes.
Why? What's the matter? Perhaps you'd like to tell me.
You sound very young to me.
Well, I'm in my 20s.
Oh, and I'm 65. I think you're too young to talk to somebody like me.
Well, we're all ages here at the Samaritans. Would you like to talk to somebody of your own age?
Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I wish I had a daughter of my own.
Oh, you haven't got any children?
Yes, I got one son, Tom.
Hmm?
He's working in London.
Oh, in London?
Yes.
Well, that's not very far away. When did you last see him?
6 months ago in his father's funeral. It's been years since. I think I better go now.
But we'll speak again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not used to speaking on the phone. We've never had a phone in our house, you see.
Well, would you like to come and see me then? I'm here the same time next week. Or you can talk to somebody else. Or if you like, we can go into town and have a cup of coffee or a cup of tea.
I don't go out of the house much.
Well, remember, there's always a welcome here for you at the centre. You could phone or write. Everything you say will be treated in the strictest confidence. You don't even have to tell me your name if you don't want to. How about it?
We'll see.
Hello? John, I'd like your advice, please.
Of course. If I can help in any way. What's the problem?
Well, there's a lady been on the telephone. She said she was 65. She buried her husband 6 months ago.
Oh, loneliness, I suppose. Maybe she was too dependent on her husband when he was alive. Any children?
Yes, one son living in London. But she hasn't seen him since the day of the funeral.
Oh, maybe he's tied up with his work. Oh, we shall see anyway.
Well, if we have the opportunity.
Did she say that?
Well, there's no guarantee she'll contact us again.
Oh.
She sounded rather apprehensive to me. She asked me my age. I don't think she's ready to discuss her problems with a younger girl.
Did she say that?
No, not in so many words. But there was a definite doubt in her voice. And then, on the other hand, she said that she would have liked to have had a daughter. She probably feels her son is neglecting her.
Oh, we'll wait and see what happens. And if she does come, but then she can talk to somebody else. If she's lonely, it'd be a good thing for the mix. Okay?
Okay. Oh, anyway, I told her that I'd be here the same time next week, but that she could ring any time during the night or day. There's always somebody here ready to answer the telephone to speak to her.
Oh, of course, of course.
Perhaps you'd like to see some of these photographs.
Oh, yes,
They're
I'd
photographs
love
of
to.
Edward. No, this is the one we took on a wedding day.
Oh. Oh, that's a lovely photograph of both of you,
Yes,
isn't it? Your husband was a very handsome man.
Oh, and strong. Nothing stood in his way. And this is the one that was taken about 5 years ago.
Oh.
Now, Tom took that when he was home on holiday.
Well, Mr. Jenkins kept his age well, didn't he?
Oh, yes. He was so young in spirit, you know, and working in the garden and about the house after coming home from work. And always ready to help the neighbours, you know. But of course, he did too much. I realised it when it was too late.
Well, but how could you tell? He looked so strong and healthy.
Yes, but I should have noticed, you see, especially when he was having those awful turns. And he used to tell me after each one it was only indigestion. But, of course, it was his heart. I know that now.
Well, that happens to us all. We're always wise after the event.
Yes, but I can't forgive myself, you know, and the neighbours know it. They know that I neglected Edward. And they never talk to me now except when they've got to. And then Tom, he never comes near to see me.
Oh.
Nobody wants me now.
Loneliness is one of the great problems of our society. People like Harriet, who've lost a lifelong partner and cannot face the lonely house and someone to share her troubles. And people like Harriet, who cannot face and cope with everyday problems, problems which come naturally to others when there's a partner about, but tend to grow and grow into unsurmountable difficulties when the partner has gone. What is the pleasure of preparing a meal just for one and going about mending a fuse or some other task when one is dependent and was dependent on one's partner? Harriet called frequently at the centre, but not to see Ellen every time. It was very important for her to mix with other people so that she was not too dependent on one person. We encouraged her to talk freely about her troubles. This helped her to relax and to gain a certain amount of confidence. Indeed, it was a great day when Ellen was invited to tea, and also when Harriet began to take notice of her neighbours. Loneliness cannot only be experienced in an isolated house in the countryside or in a small village, but also in the heart of the most densely populated areas and in a crowd. Everybody in a rush, and no one has time to think about anything except their own problems. And it doesn't matter how near people live to each other, unless they can communicate, then the world outside is cold and unfriendly.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Have you packed everything?
Yes.
Well, we'd better start, or your father and I'd be late for work. You'll have to wait some 3/4 of an hour before the train comes, but that won't harm you. It'll give you some time to have a cup of coffee.
I'll be okay.
You don't sound as if you're okay. What's wrong now?
You know how I feel about going to university.
You're not still worrying about it.
Yes.
We've discussed this over and over, and I thought you were happy about it now.
I thought so as well. But I'm back in the same frame of mind today. Shh.
Don't raise your voice. Your father'll be here now.
He's got to know sometime as well.
Please, you know what he's like. He's pinned his hopes on seeing you go through university.
I haven't got the ability.
Oh, don't be so stupid.
It's true.
You succeeded in passing your A-levels.
2 subjects. Only scraped through those. And you know that well enough.
You're exaggerating, as usual.
I know I'm going to make a mess of things.
Oh, you're awkward.
Am I?
So different from your father.
And from you.
Yes, you are. You must realise that neither your father or I had the same opportunities as you when we were young.
And today my father is a senior manager. And you a good job too. Both of you are successful.
There's no need to be sarcastic.
I'm not. I admire you both very much. I only wish I could be like you. But I'm not. That's what's troubling me.
You'd be all right if you put your mind to it and tried.
Tried? Can't you see that I've never been cut out to be an intellectual? Now that I've finished school, I prefer to go and look for a job that I can cope with.
Such as?
Go to sea.
You don't mean that, do you? It's just some silly romantic notion that's gone into your head.
At least I'll be able to escape from the sound of school and university and success.
Your father's coming. For goodness sake, don't complicate things. He's enough problems as it is.
We haven't got much time, Mavis. It wouldn't do for the 2 of us to be late. That would be a bad example to the staff.
We are ready.
Have you got everything?
Yes.
Come on then. Your mother and I would have loved to have taken you all the way to the university. But you realise how things are? Yes, we are both very busy people and we cannot neglect our responsibilities. But this is a big day for us all. You are starting on a new phase of your life, and I have every faith that you will reach the top.
Samaritans, can I help you? Hello? My name's Mark. Can I help you in any way at all?
I'm not sure. It's nothing really. Sorry to waste your time.
Not wasting my time. I'd be glad to help you if I could. Listen to what you have to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're looking rather worried.
Just had a call.
Problem?
I'm not quite sure. Some fellow, rather young, I'd say, phoned. Apologised for phoning, and that's about all.
Well, I hope he phones us again.
So do I. There was something in his voice. Made me feel he was possibly at risk.
If what you say is true, the sooner he contacts it, the better.
I want to speak to Mark.
This is Mark speaking.
Oh. It's me again.
Yes, of course. I recognise your voice now.
You must think I'm a bit stupid.
Not at all. I'm glad you decided to call us again.
Thanks. Things have been getting me down.
At home? Or at work, perhaps?
I don't work. No way. I'm a student. Don't work my books either. That's one of my problems.
Yes, well, somewhat short and rather superficial. Do you agree with me?
Yes.
Well, at least that's something. There's not much evidence that you've done much reading. History is a complex subject, contrary to some people's idea.
Yes.
Do you read much?
Not much.
You surprise me. It's not so much of a surprise when one reads your work. It's your attitude which surprises me. Do you find the work difficult?
Yes.
I see. Well, you're very honest about it.
There's no point being otherwise.
No. And I have a responsibility to be equally honest. If you don't concentrate more on your work than you have been doing these last few months, I don't see much of a future for you in the history department of this college. In fact, your studies could terminate at the end of the first year.
Isn't there any name I can call you? It doesn't have to be a real name, of course.
Wyn. That's my real name. Does it matter? Bishop's Hall. But I don't want you to come over here. If I go to the centre, people are sure to see me.
I wouldn't be too sure. There's so much coming and going here every day, you know.
Perhaps I'll come one day.
More to tell me?
No. I've said enough already. More than enough.
It was him again.
Thank goodness for that.
I'm glad to, but I'm still not happy about him.
I want to speak to Mark.
Mark's not here. Can I help you?
Tell Mark to come here. Win.
John, somebody's just rang, wants to speak to Mark. He sounds ill to me, frantic. Wants Mark to go to him at once. He said his name was Wynne.
Oh, I know. Where's he now?
He didn't say.
Well, oh, thank goodness you got his address.
You don't mean that, do you? It's just some silly romantic notion that's gone into your head.
At least I'll be able to escape from the sound of school, university, and success.
Well, you're looking much better this morning.
Yes.
I'm Mark.
Bit of a fool last night.
Everyone's under pressure at times.
Tried to escape. Too easily.
Listen, we don't all react to the crisis in the same way. And anyway, forget about that now. When are you coming out of here?
After dinner.
I'll come and fetch you then.
I don't want to bother you.
There'll be no bother at all.
You know, I've been very good company. Still got my problems.
Well, of course you have. Don't expect them to disappear overnight, do you? And anyway, you'll have someone to share your problems with now. Things will get better every day. Okay?
Okay.
Well, that's just a very brief look at the kind of work the Samaritans does. Of course, more and more people find that there just aren't enough other people around who can spare the time to talk to them. There was a time when we did have time to sit down and listen to other people's problems, but now more and more people are finding that they need, on occasions, to turn to the Samaritans. So if you are feeling depressed, or just want to talk over a problem, or maybe to go to the other extreme, feel that life just isn't worth living, why not give the local branch of your Samaritans a ring? You'll find people there sympathetic and ready to talk to you. The Samaritans, of course, like any other organisation, is short of money. So if you can spare some, they'd be very grateful for your help. They'd like your help in another way too, and that is they're short of volunteers. So if you've got time to spend, then please again volunteer your services to the local branch of the Samaritans. So please give as much as you can of your time and money to the Samaritans organisation.
Aberystwyth o'r Samariaid wedi comisiynu ffilm I bortreadu peth o waith y mudiad sy'n hyfforddi pobl I fod yn glust I ofudiad pobl eraill. Fe fydd y ffilm yn barod ar gyfer I dangos yn Eisteddfod Dyffryn Lliw. Cri O'r Galon fydd ei theitl, ac fe fydd Alwyn Thomas yn gweld y criw wrth i'n paratoi heddiw yn Llanddewi Brefi.
Emily Davies o Adran Drama Coleg Aberystwyth sy'n cynhyrchu Cri O'r Galon, y sgript gan J.R. Ifan Llanilar. Mae'r uned yn paratoi dwy fersiwn, un yn Gymraeg a'r llall yn Saesneg, gyda'r bwriad o dynnu sylw pawb at waith y Samariaid.
Eisiau mi rhaid yn waw!
Os, ydych chi'n mynd mynach yn gweld, chi wedi clirio hi.
Nid ffilm ydy Cri O'r Galon, ond drama fideo. Defnyddir 2 gamera gan recordio golygfeydd cyfan ar y tro.
Is that better?
Eirin Ogwen o gwmni EOS sy'n cyfarwyddo ac fe fydd yn bosib I benthyg casetio o'r gwaith gorffenedig.
So I look round wondering, you think perhaps that's the house or something?
Yr annwyl Rachel Thomas ydy'r seren mai dim ond mewn un o'r ddwy stori y bydd hi'n ymddangos. Dyma Eirin Ogwen.
Un stori sydd yn portreadu unigrwydd a Rachel Thomas yn cymryd rhan y cymeriad unigrwydd mewn pentre gwledig y lle diwetha mewn ffordd ydych chi'n disgwyl I neb fod yn unig, ond oherwydd amgylchiadau mae y person yma yn teimlo'r unigrwydd yma ac yn dod I gysylltiad â'r Samariaid. Yr ail stori wedyn am fyfyriwr yng nghanol pobl ac fod popeth o'i gwmpas o fod na lawer o bobl lawer o bobl alla fod yn ffrindiau iddo fo. Mae o'n teimlo'r unigrwydd yma yn mynd yn ormes arno fo a mae o'n cysylltu efo'r Samariaid. Felly 2 ddarlun fel yna.
Fe fydd yr arbrawf hwn yn costio rhyw 2,000 o bunnau i'r Samariaid ac mae nhw wedi derbyn 310 mewn grantiau'n barod. Cysylltodd 400 o bobl ar Samariaid y llynedd yng Nghanolbarth Cymru yn unig. Mae 100 o Samariaid yn yr ardal, 20 yn unig yn Gymru Cymraeg. Elfed Williams ydy un sy'n fodlon gwrando ar broblemau pobl yn y 2 iaith.
Mae'r dewis yn hollol gyda nhw. Gwrando ni, dyn ni ddim na I gynghori, ond I wrando. A maen nhw'n datrys I problem I hunain. Maen nhw'n dod I benderfyniad a maen nhw'n gweld y ffordd felly yn dywyll I gychwyn, ond trwy siarad, felly ddim mewn un sesiwn, ond drwy gyfnod o amser maen nhw'n dod I benderfyniad, wel, mae bywyd werth byw wedyn.
Ac fel mae'r 2 ffilm yma yn portreadu, does dim rhaid bod nhw'n byw mewn tre yn unig I fod yn rhywun sydd angen help Samariaid.
Nagos, a hefyd mae'n bwysig I bobl wybod taw dim yn unig bobl sydd yn bwriadu lladd I hunain, ond bobl sydd yn unig, allan nhw ddod I gysylltiad â ni. Bobl ifanc a bobl hen.
Y mae Rachel Thomas ac Alwyn Jones sy'n actio dam y fyrwyr Aberystwyth yn rhoi gwasanaeth am ddim. Rachel ydy'r wraig sydd wedi colli gŵr ac yn ffonio'r Samariaid yn ei hireth. Mae'n fenyw annibynnol ac yn amharod I rannu phroblem a'i chymdogion. Ond oedd Rachel Thomas I hun yn teimlo'n ddigalon yn aml iawn.
Wel, dwi yn gwybod, rhaid yn gweud bod hi'n teimlo'n ddiflas, os dim llawer amser wedi bod gyda hi i'n teimlo'n ddiflas. Os byddwch chi a digon o waith, da chi ddim yn. Ond Wy'n chwarae cymeriadau, ond allai ddim gweud bod fi'n byw o cymeriadau ar ôl mi'n gytred. Wy'n gallu anghofio amdani nhw. A mae hwnna'n beth mawr, fi'n credu.
Chi'n nhw'n meddwl bydd angen y Samariad a Rachel Thomas?
Wel, fi'n gobeithio na fydd e, ond i chi ddim gwybod nag i chi maen nhw'n yn bobl sydd wedi bod o help mawr i gymdeithas. A wedyn credu bod Cymru wedi sylweddoli hynny yn iawn. Beth yw ei gwaith nhw, chi'n gweld?
Falle wneud y ffilm yma help?
Wy'n gobeithio, dy beth, ie.
A newyddion Cymru nawr, ni Alwyn sy'n darllen.
Mae'r Samariaid, y gymdeithas sy'n helpu pobl sy'n ar fin rhoi'r ffidil yn y to, wedi comisiynu 2 ffilm Gymraeg i ddangos i'r cyhoedd pa fath o broblemau maen nhw'n gorfod ymdrin â nhw. Roedden nhw'n ffilmio ar gyfer un o'r ffilmiau heddiw yn Llanddewi Brefi ger Tregaron, ac fe aeth yn gohedydd Emlyn Lewis yno efo'n huned gamra ni i ffilmio'r ffilmiau fel petai.
Doedd pentre bychan Llanddewi Brefi erioed wedi gweld y fath brysurdeb. Camerau mawrion wedi ei gosod ar sgwar y pentre a phobl ddiethyr yn cerdded yma a thraw. Mae'r ffilm sy'n cael ei gwneud yma heddiw ar gyfer y Samariad yn sôn am broblemau gwraig oedrannus wedi golli ei gŵr. Er ei bod hi'n byw mewn pentre gwledig Cymreig, mae'r wraig sy'n cael ei actio gan Rachel Thomas yn methu digymod a'i phrofedigaeth, a mae hynny'n ei harwain i atfudiad y Samariad. Mae'r ffilm yn cael ei gwneud yn Gymraeg ac yn Saesneg. Mi fydd hon a ffilm arall am broblemau myfyriwr sy'n unig ar ôl gadael cartre yn costio rhyw 2,000 o bunna. Mae mwy na hanner y swm yma wedi ei godi'n barod. Wel, mi rydyn ni gyd yn gwybod rhwyfaint am waith y Samariad, felly beth fydd prif bwrpas y ffilm yma? Dyma aelod o'r mudiad sy'n dymuno cael ei adnabod fel Philip.
Yn dau bwrpas i ddweud y gwir, i ddenu Cymru Cymraeg i ddod i weithio fel Samariad. Mewn cangen fel Aberystwyth, dim ond 20 ohono ni allan o'r 120 sy'n medru siarad Cymraeg. Mae yna'n drio ni. Hefyd, ni am i bobl sylweddoli taw allan nhw ddod i gysylltiad yn ni siarad a drafod unrhyw broblem, ddim yn unig am hunanladdiad. Unigrwydd, materion o bob math, problemau o unrhyw fath. Allan nhw ddod i gysylltiad yn ni yn Aberystwyth, neu unrhyw gangen arall yng Nghymru neu yn Lloegr, dydd neu nos.
A mae'r rhif yn y llyfr ffôn.
Odi, Aberystwyth 4535.
Roedd y ffilm yn cael ei recordio ar dap fideo, felly fe fydd hi'n bosibl ei dangos ar sgrin deledu. Gobaith y Samariad yw mynd â hi o gwmpas y wlad i wahanol fudiadau a chyfarfodydd. J.R. Evans Llaniler sydd wedi sgwennu'r sgript, ac Eirin Ogwen sy'n cyfarwyddo. Rachel Thomas ac Alwyn Jones yw ser y ffilm, a mae'r rhannau eraill yn cael eu cymryd gan fyfyrwyr drama o Goleg y Brifysgol Aberystwyth. Bydd y ffilm yn cael ei dangosiad cyntaf yn y Steddfod Genedlaethol.